Welcome to the Longevity and Fitness channel. Number 7, Kevin Levrone.
I would train arms twice a week. I would do high reps, I would do low volume reps, but I would really train your biceps. You could actually train them every other day. Try that out for maybe about a month and see if you can shock that muscle to respond. And the same thing with your triceps.
I wanted to see how strong I was first, and then we'll get to the reps and stuff and start counting later. So that's kind of like how I developed my identity in the gym. He goes, man, you should try doing some reps when you squat. I'm like, reps? Okay. I think he put like 315 on, and he said, you got to really go low and do like 15 reps and stuff. And I'm like, man, this is hard. The reps, I didn't like the reps. I was like, this sucks. Why do you got to do so many reps with all this light weight? I just didn't understand it. If you can do these many reps, just put some more weight on there. I don't want to do all those reps. So I found out that is what worked for me. Just, that's how I got into figuring out sets and reps and stuff. But I never really liked the high rep stuff for me because I burned too many calories and my body just responded to overloading my muscles. I needed that challenge.
Number 6, Greene. Second place Mr. Olympia on multiple occasions and 3 times Arnold Classic winner. He's certainly got a different answer than anybody else.
Rep range I like to stick with is 20, 15, 12. Say it again, 20, 15, 12. Touch your neighbor and say he said 20, 15, 12.
Number 5, let's hear from Dorian Yates, 6-time Mr. Olympia.
Somewhere between 6 and 12 repetitions, the best range for building the muscle. So yes, you have to use heavy weights or progressively heavier weights, but you can use too much weight also. If you're not getting the required repetitions, you're using too much weight. If you're not doing the repetitions properly and under control, you're using too much weight. So it's a matter of getting the correct amount of weight and working with those boundaries and being progressive. It's all about progressive overload.
Number 4, the late, great Rich Piana, an American bodybuilder, businessman, and YouTuber, admired throughout the globe for his motivational speaking and personal life stories.
I used to train, heavy as hell. It was all I cared about was how much weight I lifted. We all go through that, I think. In the beginning stages, all we care about is impressing everyone around us, Hopefully, everyone comes to, they understand that it's not about that. It's about, the sport is about how you look, not growth, how strong you are. So, for me, it took about 15 years to get that out of my system. To just stop ego lifting, to stop worrying about the guy next to me, Who's the strongest guy in the gym? Me, I'm the strongest guy. I used to cheat curl 275, 225 for 10 reps, easy. And my biceps were weak, my biceps were one of my weakest body parts, and I used to do that regularly. It wasn't until I started, pumping them, pumping, going for the squeeze, going for the contraction, getting that burn, and constantly filling them with blood over and over. Once I started training like that, my muscles just started blowing up. For me, it was definitely the high reps, and I train arms 3 times a week, 3 times. People don't believe me, but I just go for the burn. I don't tear the muscle down. I just go for the pump. I pump them up, 20 to 40 reps. Squeeze and just pump, get them so they're just burning.
Number 3, Cali Muscle, actor, author, and bodybuilder.
Took me 25 years to learn that high reps. Heavy to moderate weight. Anything I could do over 12 repetitions. That's my body. In actuality, that's most people's body. Most people need to go higher reps. That's just, what if I did more reps than everybody? Same with a rich man. What if he worked more hours than the average person? He's gonna have more money. Same with fitness, bodybuilding. Whoever do the most repetitions, gonna look the best.
Number 2, Vince Taylor, winner of 22 IFBB titles during his career, a Guinness World Record until it was surpassed by 8-time Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman.
Don't use the number on the bar to determine how strong you are. Strong ain't gonna lift that weight, it's gonna be what you have inside that body. So don't be thinking you have to be strong. You'll never be a strong bodybuilder. If you have to be strong, you won't be a bodybuilder. So that took me right out of the equation of power training. I don't have a philosophy for power training. I did what I could do, and it was a question of, I'm not a strong guy, I'm not made for that. You take a guy like myself, and the interest of going that hard and that heavy didn't seem to pay off to me. Because this is what I saw, what I was doing. It's like, I'm gonna have a certain basic plan like everybody else, your regular workout program. How many reps, how many sets? When you see my workout program, it's very simple. I do 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps. I'm not a volume rep guy, okay? If I'm gonna do 12 reps for my curls, hammer curls or whatever, I'm gonna do 12 to 15 max, 4 sets, that's it. I might do a different exercise, you know? But then I started discovering the fact that if I go heavy and do that same exercise, look at the effect that I'm getting. One, if I try to do a 50-pound curl, barbell curl, versus a 20-pound barbell curl, it was like, I'm getting to the same place, but I'm getting there beat up, okay? So if I can get there less beat up, I'm gonna go lighter. So then I started looking at that with every other exercise I was utilizing, because it made me focus on why am I using heavy weight just to go along with the motto, go heavy, go home? Is this heavy weight stimulating my body every time I lift up a rep? I'm getting something from stimulation using heavy weight, but that became my philosophy about stimulating the muscle. So I can only stimulate it one time. That was my mindset. You want to go hard, you want to go heavy because there is a benefit from that, all right? That heavy load. But my thing was, does that heavy load, is it required to get that muscle to respond the way it's doing? I found out by mixing it up, I can charge it up with the heavy stimulation set or exercise. And when I move off and transition to lighter movements, I'm doing the same work. The rep range, if it's an up and down movement, is still the same A and B. The rep range is still the same, okay? But I'm utilizing lighter weight, but I'm contracting the muscle mentally. I'm getting more physical contraction that way, relying on that to promote growth rather than the outsource of extra numbers and weight. So contraction, full contraction, mental contraction, stimulation, hit it and move off and let it cultivate. I just can't stay heavy and got results.
Number 1, Jay Cutler, 4-time winner of Mr. Olympia.
Low reps versus higher reps for mass building. I pretty much stay in the same rep range all the time. I always suggest I keep every rep range the same, usually around 10 to 12 repetitions. I've said it for 20 years. It's what I started with, I continue nowadays. You stick to, heavy and hard. Obviously, as the reps, get up there, you should be struggling a little bit, but, stay with that rep range, let the diet and obviously the rest and the sleep take care of the rest.
Comment below which training style gives you the best results. For more longevity and fitness videos, don't forget to like and subscribe.